Tech Up Checkup podcast with the Girl Tech Innov8rs. I'm Lori Boyer.
And I'm Julia Hilburn. Welcome back and Happy New Year.
I don't know about you, Julia, but I'm really, really excited that it's 2024. Well, I'm happy to welcome it back and jump into the second half of the school year. Now, that second half of the school year is always really, really busy and jam-packed, right?
Yes.
But it's always so many great events, learning opportunities, and so much going on that I'm super pumped about it.
It is very busy, but I am excited to share that Lori and I have been extremely busy training all of our schools on reading progress and reading coach. So we talked a little bit about this last time. Lori, you want to remind everyone what it's about?
Absolutely. So if you didn't catch the December 2023 podcast, you might want to check it out if you want the full details on what reading coach and reading progress entails. But we even have like a little demo and stuff in there for you.
Yep. So there's a link in the old YouTube video from last month that we're also posting again this time. If you're not watching it from YouTube, we'll of course post it for our St. Lucie peeps inside of our team. But that 8-minute demo is really great if you just want to kind of jump in, see what it looks like from the teacher view, the student view, how it all works. And we're talking about it again, for one, because we love it and it's only growing, but it has really taken off, and that's what we're super excited about. So schools have been requesting the training almost every day this week. And then as soon as we come back from FETC, we're back on it again, training. We're starting with coaches, so it's exciting.
Absolutely. So if you say work in another district, or maybe you are the ed tech support for multiple school campuses and you want to get started with reading coach and reading progress, we would suggest starting with administration and the coaches on a campus. That's really the best way to get it started, get everyone excited about it. And then what we did was we filtered into CLPs, or you might call them PLCs, just depends on where you're teaching from, where we did the teacher trainings so that way they could take it back and effectively implement it in their classroom. So we really couldn't be more excited to be, sharing this throughout our district and really up-level our students' reading.
Absolutely. So if you are interested in having a member of the instructional technology team come out and provide training to your teachers, please just reach out to one of us. We would love to keep spreading the word on reading progress and reading coach to better support our students and definitely our teachers and our coaches in this new Learning Accelerators adventure.
Absolutely. Now, what's really cool too is that this is a really good time to start using it. They're putting so much work into all of the learning accelerators that are available through Microsoft 365. And so there's just going to be so many additional enhancements to the platform, which will only be an even greater thing for introduction and utilization in a classroom. So if you get started now, you'll get a good foundation, get familiar with the program, the platform, and be able to, give you time to practice it before additional enhancements come forward.
Yes, truly a great time. So,
absolutely.
Lori, before we jump on to our next topic, and we're still talking about reading progress, which right now lives inside of Microsoft Teams, I think it would be a good idea to mention that the new Teams experience is rolling out to our district.
Absolutely.
Yep, this is coming in waves. So there's not much that the end user needs to do to switch over to the new Teams from the current Teams that everyone is using, but we just want to make sure that everyone is aware that this is happening. So if you hop on Teams and you are prompted to use the new Teams for work or school, it is all right to accept that pop-up. What will happen?
Do it. Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. What will happen is it will actually switch you directly over to the new Teams app on your desktop, and you will use that one from now on. So we have some teachers say like, oh no, I don't know what this is, and they just like quit everything, and then they call us and they ask. It's okay to accept it. It is accepted, and we're moving forward with that. So some teachers have chosen to unpin the old Teams from their start menu or their taskbar, which can be helpful as well, just so now moving forward, you're constantly using the new experience in Teams. And you will be able to determine which is the new Teams because the icon will actually show the word new in a bluish colored banner. So on that icon that we're used to for Teams, you will see like a bright colored banner that says the word new, so you know that you can go into that one from now on.
And this will be applicable for your students too. So in case there's any confusion, letting them know that there's the new Teams available.
Absolutely. And like I said, it's happening in waves. So if you don't have it today, you may have it tomorrow. We just want to make sure that everyone is aware and prepared for it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So Julia, on our monthly podcast, we enjoy getting to share all the great information about EdTech applications, wonderful teachers that we see using them in the classroom and how they're, putting it to good use. However, I'm super proud to share with you that one of our fantastic teachers at Samuel S. Gaines Academy of Emerging Technologies was nominated for the Nearpod Educator of the Year Award.
Oh, wonderful. Yay. Tell me more.
Absolutely. So we are obviously a fan of Nearpod here, and we utilize it on a daily basis.
Yes.
And Scott Nix, he's a middle school science teacher at Samuel Gaines Academy. And he was not only nominated for the Nearpod Educator of the Year Awards, but he's a finalist for the North Star Award.
Wow.
So we think that's pretty awesome. And that North Star Award is for those who champion Nearpod with other teachers and is essentially the go-to for Nearpod support and innovative ideas on their campus.
That's really so great. I love seeing that our teachers are getting recognized on a national platform for their efforts.
Absolutely. That's huge and so well deserving, for all. So you could definitely, you'll see on the screen that we do have the link to go ahead and vote for Mr. Nix. He'd appreciate your votes. So if you could take a second to go to that, it's tinyurl.com/snix Nearpod and place your vote for him for the North Star Award. That would be great.
Good luck, Mr. Nix.
Awesome. So moving on, we are excited to share with you that this April, we are putting out a call to presenters for our EdTech conference, our St. Lucie Public Schools EdTech conference on April 13th here at our district.
We're super excited. This is going to be our 4th annual technology conference.
That's so insane.
It is insane considering this started pre-pandemic,
yes.
Which usually everything we talk about is post-pandemic because that's when their little tech world really took off and blew up. But this is going to be the 4th annual technology conference, and we can't be more excited each year that we host it because it only grows. Our presenters, expand. We have lit members that are helping and supporting. So we're really excited to share this information with you guys.
100%. And what's really cool is, just take a little stroll down memory lane. And I remember the very first one that we did back a couple years back. And it was really a wonderful opportunity for our teachers to step out of their comfort zone and share what it is that they do in their classroom. It was presented by educators. It was DIY, do it yourself. And so they rocked it out. They took and shared such wonderful information that then those that were in attendance were able to take it, run with it, and apply it right in their classroom.
It really is so impactful hearing from teachers on the way that they use these EdTech applications in their classroom on a daily basis. Yes, we're using some of these things as well, but we know that educators want to hear from other educators in the classroom doing exactly what they're doing every day with students, with classroom management, with behavior, with all of those things happening in K-12. So I think it's super, super powerful when we have kindergarten teachers that are like, hey, I'm using Nearpod, or I'm using Flip, or I'm using this with my students. It's like, wow, with your kindergartners, that's amazing. And then we can, share it in different ways. Alternative education, all of these things kind of tie in when you hear from other educators that are doing it in their world.
And remember, nothing's too small either, right, Julia?
Nothing is too small. So if you are a St. Lucie Public Schools educator, the instructional technology team is looking for presenters, as we mentioned, who can offer sessions that are specific to an EdTech application or strategy. And no strategy is too small. So paid stipends for presenters will be available, and our session ideas include, but are definitely not limited to, reading progress, of course, and reading coach, Excel, forms, branching, on-the-fly activities with Nearpod. If you have something that you're using and you're like, I don't want to provide, a full training on forms. This isn't a 101, but I want to, show someone how they can use branching with their students or branching with their parents. That's what we're looking for. These little tiny tidbits that we can put into 30-minute or 1-hour sessions for our educators.
Absolutely. I think those authentic use cases of, how they're implementing it and really get drilling into some of those features that exist in these EdTech apps that are just so powerful for engagement, for data insights, all of that is really what we're looking for.
Absolutely. All right, let's quickly talk about our upcoming sessions at FETC in Orlando, Florida next week.
Woohoo! I'm excited.
I know. Can you tell in my voice I'm excited too?
Well, if you're planning on on attending FETC, please definitely take time to reach out to Julia and myself on our Girl Tech Innov8rs Instagram page or our YouTube channel and let us know that you'll be there. We would love to connect with you.
Yes, and we are not the only ones presenting, so we're going to go through kind of a lineup of all of the St. Lucie presenters that we have. So I am presenting 2 sessions, both of which follow the coaching track. So first, on Thursday, I will be running a session on the power of video recording and self-reflection. And then on Friday, I will share all things Microsoft bookings, and that session is called Maximizing Workday Efficiency and Effortless Scheduling.
Say that one 3 times fast, Julia.
The mouthful. I struggled with the first one. I think I'll leave it at that. But Lori, you are running a workshop again this year.
I am. I'm super excited. The workshops are 2-hour-long sessions, and I'm presenting with Wendy, my fellow MIE fellow. Play on words,
right.
From the state of Florida. She's from Hillsborough County, and we're running a workshop called Tech Up Your Literacy Class, Personalized Plans, Quick Results. And during that's where we show you all things reading progress and reading coach to really tech up your literacy class.
Your whole month is basically consisting of training on reading progress and reading coach. You could probably do this in your sleep.
Pretty much. I mean, I think, possibly like a crown, a tiara, a sash, something, that makes me the reading progress queen at this point would be wonderful.
And what day is the workshop?
Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning.
Yes.
Great. On Tuesday, we also have Jessica Gutierrez, who is a member of our instructional tech team, who is presenting a workshop with Zulai Garcia on Tuesday afternoon. So they are conducting the Excel workshop, which is titled Leveraging Your School-Wide Incentives with Excel.
Awesome. And last but not least, we were talking about tiaras and crowns, and we have the Power Platform Princess, which is Sally Vandry.
Yes.
She is on our team, and she has 2 wonderful sessions as well on Friday. One is Power Apps and development within the Power Platform, and the other one is low-code routines with Microsoft Power Automate. She truly knows what she's talking about to help you go with the flow and make things easier for the end user. So the St. Lucie Instructional Technology team is in full effect at FETC, and we're super excited to share with others, but also learn from others as well and hear what's going on out there in the EdTech world.
I can't wait to kind of pick a track. I think I'm going to bounce all around and get a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So I'm excited and hope to see everyone there.
Absolutely. So, January is the start of a new year and a new semester. And so when we were thinking about, well, what do we want to do for Ticket to Try this year? What do we want to, empower our audience with and, encourage them to take part in? We said, let's focus our Ticket to Try this month on individual professional learning and growth. So with that being said, did you know, Julia, that Microsoft Learn is a great online platform that provides educators with a variety of pathways to jumpstart their online learning?
So I did know that, and
Awesome.
We also have, Learn is a giant website with a ton of information and pathways, and sometimes it could be a little overwhelming. So what we've done for our educators here in St. Lucie is we've designed a few pathways based off the Learn Center for easy access. It will help you get started and also allow you to see how many in-service points that you can earn, how to submit those in-service points in Frontline, as well as the Microsoft badge that you will earn through the Learn Center. So we have posted the link to the SLPS pathways along with this podcast in the instructional tech team if that's where you want to start. However, you have the option to do either. We just made it a little bit easier for our peeps so they can kind of figure out what would be best for our St. Lucie educators.
Absolutely. Their biggest return on investment for their time, right?
Absolutely.
So our ask to you, and don't worry, if you're not part of SLPS, this is still for you. You just go to that Microsoft Learn site that we have that we're sharing on here, and when you go there, you can sign in and find the pathway that's best for you. If you're not sure where to start, you might want to start with the Teacher Academy and getting MIE certified, so it gives you a good foundational base to grow from. So our ask for Ticket to Try this month to you is to choose a new learning pathway in Microsoft Learn and try out the EdTech app in your classroom. Feel free to share a pic on social media with us and tag the Girl Tech Innov8rs with the hashtag Ticket to Try. We would love to see what it is that you're going and flowing with at the start of this year.
Great. I'm excited. So we hope to see all of you, as we mentioned, with the Ticket to Try or at FETC. And I also wanted to mention that Belinda Benner, who is an instructional specialist on the talent development team, has started a new podcast called Straight Chalk, a podcast. I do too. A podcast for busy educators. Straight talking about all things educational. She talks about professional learning and pedagogy, as well as teaching and learning practices, behavior management, and a whole lot more. Also, you can get access to experts offering their best practices.
That is awesome. Definitely take time to check it out. You can catch it on any, wherever you currently listen to podcasts, where you're listening to us from also. And, the more that you know, the more that you can grow for 2024. So it's definitely worth your time to check in.
Thank you guys for listening to us this month, and we look forward to the next episode next month.
See you later.